What's up, Legion? My name is Sharkhead, and today I'm going to teach you how to play the Vanguard better in Lawbreakers. First, you must familiarize yourself with the entire arsenal of the Vanguard. The Vanguard's main weapon is the HYDRA Gatling gun, which fires a lot of rounds over a very short amount of time and is best used at medium range. Her pulsar is a blast of superheated energy from the palm of her hand that can knock herself back as well as roast anyone on the business end of it. When being used to directly inflict damage, it's best used in close quarters. Her ultimate ability is Starfall, which makes her screen turn black and yellow and allows her to zero in on opponents, which she can then impact with her body as she charges into them from above like a missile, which then breaks gravity around the area of impact for a few seconds. This is best used for finishing off somebody that you really want dead, or for trapping them so that your teammates can finish them off themselves. Next, the Vanguard has meteor shells that allow her to bomb people as she's flying around. It has a very limited range, so generally you want to be close to people that you want to use it on. And finally, the Afterburners, which make the Vanguard the Vanguard. The Afterburners allow the Vanguard to fly around the map for a very short moment while consuming a lot of fuel. They allow her to navigate the map quickly and escape and chase enemies. Overall, the Vanguard is a one-woman air support arsenal, and given her high mobility as well as her potential to do tons of damage at any range, she is possibly one of the best characters in the game right now. Here's some tips to help you get started. First off, always keep an eye on your fuel consumption whenever you're flying around so that you don't waste it, because once you waste it, you can't use your afterburners for a few seconds, so that might get you into a lot of trouble if you're not careful. It's best to use your afterburners in short bursts, so that way you don't use all your fuel. So let's say you want to get really high up in the sky so you can see people coming at you, just use your afterburners for a second or two. You don't have to hold it continually. You can use it for longer bursts if you're trying to chase someone down or escape from someone on your tail. Just try not to use up all your fuel, because if you do, that will put you at the mercy of anyone near you who is an enemy. My second tip for you is that the HYDRA Gatling gun takes a little while to spin up, and then even then, when initially firing, it's not 100% accurate. So you gotta wait a couple seconds or three for it to finally become more and more accurate. The longer you fire it, the more accurate that it will get. If you're having trouble aiming at people, make sure that you adjust your sensitivity. A lot of people have way too high sensitivities, so if that's the case, make sure you lower it. And also make sure that you're aiming a little ahead of them, not like 2 bodies ahead, but a few millimeters ahead of the target so that you're almost always hitting them. The damage you are able to inflict with the HYDRA on them depends on how close they are to you. At long range, you're probably not going to inflict too much. At close range, you should probably be using your other weapons. My next tip is that the meteor shells and pulsar are your best close range options. If an enemy is getting too close to you, you can always push them away with the pulsar, assuming you're not out of fuel. If they're in proper range for it, they will get a tremendous amount of damage, so if they're already lit up, you can actually finish them off with it. You could also spam your meteor shells in front of you in that case, but I prefer using them for bombing runs. It's where you fly over an enemy and throw meteor shells at them. It's best used for chunking down enemies who are already distracted by teammates. Finally, my playing style with the Vanguard is generally hit and run. I don't really try to stay in fights for too long because her fuel will run out really quickly and she only has 300 HP. It's still more than an assassin, but it's still not a lot. So what I generally like to do is I wait for my teammates to get into fights and then I go in and help out with my HYDRA. For example, if the target is a high mobility character like a Vanguard or assassin, I will try to starfall them to either kill them outright or trap them so that my teammates can take them down, as I also spray them down with the HYDRA. Whenever I play Vanguard, I literally use her like air support, so wherever fights happen, I'm usually there to give a helping hand. She's very capable in 1v1 combat, but she truly shines when she's working with her teammates. Anyway, if you've ever secretly wanted to be a woman and an airplane at the exact same time, Vanguard is gonna be your jam. I hope these tips really help you out, because when I first started playing Vanguard, I had no clue what I was doing, so hopefully this video will get you on the right track. If you love playing a Vanguard and Lawbreakers, write in the comment section below, Vanguard for life. Let's see how many Vanguard lovers are out there. Please remember to rate the video, and I will see you guys next time.